Reason is that second part of the class is very general topic, and I wish you know pointers very well. But I'm not sure whether you have done C programming in your first year. Have you done it, or you have done Python?
We have done it in second year, first sem.
Yes, sir, we have done it.
So all of you have good understanding of C,
C programming.
C programming, pointers, etc.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how about double E students?
Sir, like current third years, we have had C++ in first year, so we have.
Okay, so fairly good. That's good. That helps. So I am assuming that all of you have good understanding of C. There will be few problems on C in the exam. So please, brush your knowledge of C. All right. So today we'll discuss about some instructions that we have not covered as yet, which are logical, logical operations and also shift operations, right? So in the last class we have looked at some of these, like we have looked at add instruction, add immediate instruction, a load word, stored word, and we couldn't cover these two. So today in brief we'll look at these two, and the half word loading and storing, leave it to you to do it by yourself. So this is what we have seen in the last class. This was load instruction. Note that there's a base register which gives address in the memory, and from that base address we keep adding different offsets to reach to a different location within the memory, right? So this is the basic instruction. Load word uh, contains a memory location that's given by base address as 0, base address given by register as 0, add to that offset, and then that gives address in memory. From there we get a word which is 4 bytes and load that into register T1. So it's pretty simple, and we have seen this example, right? Now is so very often we need to use half word. There's a 16-bit size data that we need to bring it from memory, or we need to bring a byte from the memory, right? So there are instructions corresponding to that, and instruction is load byte and store byte, because bytes are very often used, like all character sets character use 8 bits of representation, right? So it has same format as load word and store word. So now note that memory is byte addressable, right? It means that each and every byte we can, in the memory we can address. So corresponding to a byte, every byte there is an address. Okay, so when we use this instruction load byte, from the address which is given by contents of register x11, which is base address, plus 3. Okay, so that gives a that gives address. Go to the memory and read corresponding byte. Because the byte addressable, you just read one byte and bring it to register x10. So one byte is brought to register x10, and where should we load it to? Low byte position. It means that now register is 32 bits. Okay, and assuming that this is LSB, least significant byte, 4 bytes. So load it, so that get that byte and then load it here into the LSB. Okay, all right. What to do with remaining ones? Okay, so we have to sign extend it, right? And I hope you understand sign extension. So look at the MSB of that byte. So this is the MSB. Okay, and just replicate it here. If it's a 1, then replicate it 1. If it's 0, then make it 0. All right. And you understand what is sign extension, right? Basically, that we are getting here is usually 2's complement number. So the number remains same by sign extension, right? So here is one example. See, suppose we have to represent -2 in 2's complement form. So it becomes, so it's basically 0, 1, 0 and minus. Okay, it's a binary representation of 2, considering we are using 3 bits. Okay, and it's in binary. So S2's complement will be 0, 1, 1, right? 1, 1, 0. So basically this corresponds to -4. This is +2 and this is 0. So this becomes -4, -2. Okay, this is same as this one here, 1, 1, 1, 0 in 2's complement number. So if you just unfold it, this becomes 2 raised power minus 2 raised power 4 plus 2 raised power 3 plus 2 raised power 2 plus 0. So that means 16 minus 16 plus 8. Somewhere something wrong.
Sir, I guess -2 raised to power 3 plus.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So that makes -2 and so on. Okay. So this is, so basically by extending number of ones, MSB towards left hand side does not change the value in 2's complement form. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's the reason when we bring a byte from memory to register, we remaining bits are just simply sign extended. All right, let's move ahead. Right now we have unsigned instructions. Basically, LHU half word unsigned we'll have to bring. Okay, rather than 2's complement form, which is signed ones, and load byte unsigned. So these two are very simple. I mean, we just don't need to do basically, I mean, the interpretation of that is in the form of unsigned. Okay, all right. So we are not going to do that. Just go ahead and read it from book or instruction manual. All right. So there are 6 formats in RISC instruction set. Okay, so these 6 are given as here as R, is register type, I type, S type, SB type, U type, and UJ type. Okay, we'll look at each one of these in fairly enough detail when we study this after a few lectures. So today we'll look at logical instructions and logical shift instructions. Okay, all right. So just let me know the answer here. First instruction is bring it to register X11. Contents of X0 added to immediate field, which is 0x3f5. Okay, what will be contents of X11? X0 is 0. Okay, so basically 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, each is taking 4 bits. This is a hex, or this is not 3f5. So you will have in register all these zeros, 3f5. All right. Now what is telling, store word from memory location given by x5. X5 is base register, bring it to x11. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. So x11 contains this. It's not load, it's store, right? So from x11, take this word to memory. Okay. So tell me what will be the contents in memory. It's exactly same, but you'll have to just see which is LSB, where LSB be stored and so on, right? So least significant byte is F5. So this will be F5, 0, 3, and so on. Okay. And when we say load byte from X, from base register, the first byte, you're bringing the first byte, right? This is the first byte. So you bring it to X12. So it will be X12 contains will be, this is going to LSB and then sign extended. So it will be whatever 0, 3, right? So X12, the answer will be this one. We can make out why it is so. Only trick here is, how, in what order you're storing these bytes in memory. Okay. All right. Because memory is structured as what? There are two ways of structuring memory, right? Putting bytes within word. What are the two? Anyone?
So little endian.
Yeah, very good. So little endian, we are using little endian. So as a result of that, least significant byte goes to lowest address. Okay. So with that, there is a little trick, and this is where some people get confused, right? So let's move ahead. Okay. Then we have logical instructions. So I'm sure you would have done logical instruction in your C course. These are bit by bit logical instruction, means that you'll have to do AND or XOR, and then shift left side or right side. So basically you have to operate on bit level. All right. So all this operation, like AND is a bit by bit AND, this bit by bit OR, exclusive OR, shift left logical. Okay, shift left logical means that you'll have to shift the bits towards the left hand side. We'll see this. And SRL or shift right logically, shift the bits, like there are 32 bits towards right side. Okay, and then something called shift right arithmetic, SRA. So we look at all these operations now. Okay, so and corresponding notations are here. Uh, okay, for example, AND operation, bit by bit AND operation, we in C we can represent it by B ampersand C. Okay, while in RISC-V we show them as we do this operation using using opcode AND, then S2 S3, basically as contents of S2 is logically ANDed with bit by bit with S contents of S3. It's a bit by bit ending, and the result will be stored in register S1. Okay, similarly, if one operand is register contained, the second operand is constant. Wherever there's an immediate field, which means there's a constant, then it means that first one is register contained. These are the register contained. Second is a constant here, and do bit by bit operation, and then you get AND immediate. Then similarly, we have logical OR, then OR immediate, exclusive OR, and exclusive OR immediate. So these are the operation that we can do in RISC. Okay, why do we need to do AND operation? If you want to mask certain number of bits, right? So for example, if we have, suppose we want to mask all bits excepting the least significant byte. Okay, so basically in the register there are 4 bytes. Okay, and in hex there will be 8 such numbers, like here F2 3 4 0 1 2F, each represent, like 2F is for least significant byte, the next byte is 0 1 3 4 and F2, and then logically end with 0 0 0 0 0 0 FF. So basically if you logically end this, only least to significant you know, or last 8 bits will be available now. All other bits will become 0. Okay. So you can mask remaining bits here, like all these bits here, apart from 2f, like these bits can be masked. All right. Similarly, we can do OR operation. Now, if you want to combine two numbers, like here, F2 340000, or if you want to combine it with this number, then the resultant number will be combination of these plus combination of the here, right? These two will join. So there very often we need this kind of operation. And similarly, we can do exclusive OR, which is mainly for inverting bits. I'm sure you know all this, right? So we'll not go into detail. So logical operation here is very simple. These are the two registers S1 and S2 containing the bits that are shown here. And then we can do, when we are doing AND operation between S1 and S2 and bringing the result to S3, then we can see the contents of S3 will be, if we do bit by bit AND operation, so we'll get, for example, all these bits are 0, so logical AND will be 0. These are all 0, so result will be 0. These are all ones, so basically all this will come here. These are all ones, so all this will come here. So right. So similarly, we can do OR and exclusive OR. All right. Any question?
No, sir.
Simple. Okay. Then similarly, we can do AND immediate. Okay. So AND immediate S5 T3 minus 1084. So minus 1084 we'll have to represent in 2's complement form, and that will be here. Okay, in 2's complement form is this one, 0xA34. Okay, so this comes here and we sign extend it, because this, look at this bit and sign extend it, and then you do logical AND of these two and you get the result here. Okay, so this is the result of ending this one with this immediate number or constant number. Similarly, if you take this one and logically OR, then you get the result here. And exclusive OR, so this one exclusive OR with immediate field, you get this number. So it's simple, right? Okay, shall we move ahead, or any question? Any
No,
question?
sir.
Sir, I have silly questions. Just,
Hmm?
sir, do we use 32 gates or like 32 cycles for this logic?
Oh, that I
Like,
don't know. You have to look at the hardware implementation. Basically, once you bring it to register, right, and this is left to designers. How do you design it, right? I mean, whether you want to bring the data. See, normally it is implemented inside ALU. Okay, now ALU design could be a generic one or very specific one. We'll look at one such very simple design, but there is a possibility that if you have enough hardware available, then you can simply have you know some kind of logic gates, maybe NAND gate or NOR gate, to do these operations. Okay, alternatively, we can have very generic architecture wherein you can do this along with others. So it totally depends on the design uh, uh, of the processor. And this is a micro architecture, right? I mean, the micro architecture architect can design the way he or she wants to design it. Okay, so basically, when you are logically ending it, so normally AND and OR, mostly it's an AND or NOR logic that is used. Now, how do they really implement these functions using that? This left to designers. So essentially, it should be very simple function, right? Okay, so it's a bit by bit. I mean, you can use some gate, right? We'll see some of these designs later. It's not a, I mean, you say it's a stupid question. It's a good question. Only thing is that we will need to look at details, how we are going to do this operation. All right, now spend some time on shift operations. Shifting is basically we are shifting the bits, either in right direction or left direction. When we say left direction, when we do shift left logical, all the bits are shifted towards left. So the most significant bit, suppose we shift it by 1, then most significant will say lost. And then from the right hand side, we have to place 1 0 here, right? If we shift it once, if we shift it 2 times, then these 2 bits are lost, and all bits, other bits are shifted towards left, and then 2 zeros will be entered from the rightmost side, right? All right, so the instruction format is SLL T1 T2. It means that contents of T1 are shifted by number given by T2. Okay, and the result will go to register T0. So contents of T1 are shifted by T2 positions. Okay, T2 is contents of register T2, and then result will go to T0. Okay, and then we are inserting zeros from the from the right, where it should be right side by shift amount. Okay, and when we are shifting bits towards right, okay, then we will insert zeros from left side by shift amount, right? It's simple. Shift right arithmetic, what we are doing is that we are inserting, it means that we are moving the, sorry, up. So we are moving bits in this direction, right side, and look at the MSB. If MSB, whatever is the MSB, so earlier we were inserting zeros, now we will insert the MSB bit. So if suppose MSB is 1, okay, and then when we shift this number by 2, then 2 ones will come here. Had it been 0, 2 zeros would have come here if we shifted by 2. Okay, all right. Now number of shifts that are required, with amount of shifting that we can do is between 0 and 31. Okay, because register size is 32. If you do it more than 32, it's meaningless, right? Because it essentially come to the same position. So how many bits we need to represent the shift, right? We need just 5 bits. Okay, because 2 raised power 5 is 32. So we take only lowest 5 bits of a register as a shift amount. All right. So let's look at simple example. Okay. This first instruction is add immediate 0 register 0, and immediate, it means this is a constant number 4. 0x represent hex, so 4. So basically contents of T2 becomes 4. Okay, and then similarly T1, contents of T1 here becomes A. This is, remember that it's all in hex, right? So essentially if you convert this into binary, this is 0 1 0 0, and this is 1 0 1 0 in binary, right? Okay, and now third instruction says that move the contents of T1 by T2 by contents by number position which is given by register T2. Now T2 is 4, so now it means that the contents of register T1, you have to shift it by 4 positions, and that is on the left hand side, right? So let's look at how this will be done. So this is the value of T1. So T1 is 1010, and rest all are 0 because it's just 1 and it's 32 bit, so it's sign extended. uh, okay, so basically 1 byte that you need. So this will be the rest will be all 0. Okay. Similarly, T2 is this one. Okay. All right. Okay. And then what we have to do? We have to shift by 4 positions. So now we shift this by 4 positions. So these 4 comes here and 4 zeros will come from the right hand side. Okay. So what is basically 1010 is 10. Basically we are multiplying it by 2 raised power 4, which is 16. So the value now becomes 160 in decimal number system. Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Similarly, we have shift right logical. Okay, this is exactly same. There's no difference, excepting that now we move everything to right side. Earlier we have moved everything to left side. Now we move everything to right side. Shift right logical. It's a logical shift. Okay, and here we have to shift A3. Okay, by 4 position towards right. Okay, so value of T1 is this one. T2 is of course 4. Okay, and then we shift it by 4 positions. So basically 4 zeros will come on the left hand side, and rest so it means that these 4 bits will go away, and you will least significant 4 bits will be 1010. All right. All right. So the value is 10 in, of course, decimal number system. Okay. So earlier what was the value? Earlier value was A3. After 4 shifts towards right, it becomes A actually, or 10. So is it really division by 16 to raised power 4? Anyone?
So integer division.
Is it always?
Uh.
For all numbers, is it true?
No, sir.
Yeah, so basically by shifting is approximately, you can say, I mean, it's not the exact because some information is lost. Okay. While shifting towards left, okay, shifting towards left is multiplication. Shifting towards right is not always correct division. All right. Okay, so in general, we use this representation. This is a logical shift left. This is logical shift right. And when we have 3 symbols like this, then it's the arithmetic shift by. All right. So similarly, we can see when we are doing arithmetic shift, then we'll have to see whether actually division and multiplication is actually happening or not. Okay. Another example is that when there is a minus number, for example, -4, which converts into 1100 in 2's complement form. If we shift it by 1, okay, and when we are doing what SRL, okay, then it becomes 0110 in 2's complement form, which is equivalent to 6. Okay, so because 0 bit comes from the left hand side, and now something which was a minus number, dividing it by 2, for example, when we shift it by 1 position, becomes positive. Because this becomes in 2's complement form, this becomes when most significant bit is 0, shows positive number. So this is incorrect, right? So now let's see what happens in case of SRA. Okay, so -4 is shifted right by 1. Okay, so this is 1100 in 2's complement form. Okay, and when we shift it by 1, then what happens is that we this bit goes away and we insert one, look at the most significant bit and insert one, that bit on the left side, right? So it becomes 1110, which is equal to -2 of 10. So this is fine. Okay. Um so even minus even number, it works. So this is the even number. When it is negative even number, then it works. When it is odd negative number, okay, then we see that when we do shift right arithmetic, then it becomes 1101, which is basically -3. Okay. Uh, okay. All right. So -8 plus 4 plus 1. So -8 plus 5 is equal to minus. This is 2's complement number, right? All right. So it's -3. So basically, so it doesn't work when it is an odd negative number. Okay. When you shift bit, when you do SRA, then it is not exact division. All right. So it fails for odd negative numbers. Any question into this one up to this point? All right. So we have looked at shift left logical, shift right logical, and then SRA, shift right arithmetic. All right. The only thing is that in case of arithmetic is just sign bit is replicated. We don't have SLA. Okay, in the instruction set. Similarly, if the shift amount is given by immediate field, okay, right now we have assumed that there are 2 registers for shifting, right? Right here we have considered on 2 registers, right? First register is the data on which gives the data on which we have to perform the operation. Second register gives the shift amount. Now, if there is a way where we can give the shift amount by constant field or immediate field, right? So we can say SLLI shift left logical the bits of register T1 by 20, basically shift towards left, okay, by 23 bits or 23 shifts operation we have to do, and then 23 we can directly write here. And this 23, as we mentioned earlier, I mean, we can write using hex, or we can write using binary number or decimal number. Here we have used decimal number. Okay. Similarly, we can do shift right logical immediate, exactly the same. Okay, and also we can do SRI, shift right arithmetic immediate. All right. So basically, instead of second register, we are using immediate or constant, and this simplifies often, right? I mean, if you know what is to be done, what is shift operation required by how many amount, how many bits, then it's very simple. Okay. While in case of register is getting some data from somewhere in the program, and then shift of number of bits, it will be shifted based on some other operation, then of course we'll have to use register, second register, or SLL or SRL instead of immediate field. Okay, any question?
Sir, how many bits are available for immediate in this case? Again, same.
Okay, so immediate field is same, right? Now we look at the format. Letter is basically immediate field of 12 bits, but we don't need 12 bits here. We need only How many bits? We need only 5 bits, right? So SLLI instruction format we'll see should be usually no, this is R type, so it should be very similar. I mean, immediate field should remain 12 bits size, right? We'll look at the formats little later. Okay, and then please remember this so we can double check it. Okay, this is one example. Okay, so basically what are we doing? Shift left logical contents of x12 by 2. So basically same example, I think this is just another example, right? So it's basically x12, what is x12? x12 is this one. Okay, so x12 is this one. Okay, so basically it's all zeros excepting last two bits is 1 0, and then when we shift it by 2 positions towards left, then it becomes this hit, right? And 2 bits come from right hand side. So it's simple, it's exactly same. So there's nothing exceptional in this example. It's same as what we have studied earlier. Okay, similarly SRI same. We have, for example, register x10 contains minus 25, which is basically all these ones with sign extended. So it will be 1 plus 2 plus 4, 7. Okay, so all right. So this is x10 in sign extended form, which is equivalent to minus 25. That's fine. And then we execute x10 by 4. Okay, this should be SRAI. Then what we are doing, we are right shifting it by 4. So these 4 bits will go away. Okay, and these 4 bits will come here. And at the other end, we'll insert these 4 bits, right? So if you calculate this, it becomes minus 2. So this is not exact division, okay, in case of odd number. So this again we have studied earlier. Okay, it fails for odd negative number. So same thing I've discussed earlier. Okay, so look at this example. Now suppose we don't want to use LB, load byte, and then we have instruction load word. Now can we use logical instructions, okay, to get LB from LW? So basically LW is okay. So we want to get we want to do the functionality of this one. Load byte into register S1, which means the register S1, the first byte here. So this byte will be loaded from the memory location. So there is a memory location which is pointed by register S0. So S0 gives a base address. So first byte here. Okay, S0 is a base address. This address, let's assume the first byte. So S0, if you get, so what we do here now, we get, now when we load word, then we get all these 4 bytes. Okay, so we get all the 4 bytes. Okay, into S1. So we get the word. Then what are we doing? Now we have to get the second word. So what we get now is, suppose this is XX. This is something that we want, and this is say Y. So what we get is, note that this is least significant byte. Okay, so what we get is x and something that we want, and y. This is the, all right. Okay, this is actually a byte notation. And then what we do here is that we do logical, sorry, and I with ff00. So this becomes ff, and then this becomes 0, and this all is 0. So when you logically AND, whatever be here becomes 0. So only this byte comes here. Okay. So what we have is some number. Okay, all zeros and this one and all zeros here, basically 8 zeros. Then we shift it towards right by 8. Then this first byte comes to comes here, and then all zeros comes here, right, on the other hand. So what we get is actually SB now. Is it clear what we have done? Is it too fast?
So, like, are the registers also like in the Little Indian?
No, register is not little, it's only memory we discussed, right? Registers are not little India. Registers are normal. I mean, so what's happening here in registers, right? Register, we are clearly defined what is most significant byte and least significant byte. Okay, so registers are basically, see, registers we cannot define as a little endian and big endian. Is a normal one, right? Basically, it's not memory location. It's just 32 bits. It's a scratch pad. It's just buffer. And buffer you have to define what is least significant byte, which is the most significant byte, right? So most significant will be least significant, and just put the data there. So it's the way we normally read, or we so this become MSB. So, and this is LSB. So when you bring data from memory, then you have to adjust it, right? Because we are reading the least significant byte first. So that comes here, the next byte will come here, and so on. Okay. Any other question? ठीक है? All right. Are you able to understand this example?
Yes, sir.
Simple, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So what we have discussed today is, and the previous club is load word, store word, load byte, store byte, load byte unsigned, then bit by bit logical instructions like AND, OR, XOR. And here we use both registers, 3 registers we use, 2 source registers, say S1, S2, and result goes to third destination register, say D1. Where in this case, 2 registers are same, first source register and destination register, but we have here constant field or immediate field, right? Similarly, we have seen logical shift operation, SS shift left logical, shift right logical is basically shifting bits on the left hand side or right hand side, and then shift right arithmetic, wherein we take the sign bit and then sign extended. Okay, or not really sign extension, but all by shift amount, we are shifting right. So basically, whatever shift amount, so many sign bits are inserted. Then we have studied SLLI, where we use immediate field, then SRLI and SRAI. Shift right arithmetic immediate. This is shift right logical immediate. This shift left logical immediate. Okay. All right. Okay. Any question? Okay. All right. So now let's have about 5 minutes break, and then we will start with the second session. Are you fine?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.